everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Swain, and we'll be facing off against Elder Dragon from the Titans of Runeterra Campaign, the 6-star one. I figure that this adventure is going to go very well for me because Swain is one of the stronger 6-star champions in the game, and I think even if the cost of my spells and my units is increased, I should still have the ability to clear most of the opponent's stuff and deal consistently with his ward with my spell casts. None of these seem good. Let's reroll. Sorcery. Okay, sorcery is great. Now I don't have to worry about running out of spell mana anytime soon. Let's just see how things play out. Definitely want to keep the Death's Hand. I suppose I'll keep the Enraged Fire Spitter as well. And then we'll go from there. Definitely would benefit from having extra spells, though, however. What do I want to do? Swain refills my spell mana once I play him. I kind of don't want to play him. I want to pass, see what the opponent does. That's concerning, but not by much. I can Death's Hand here, try to fish for something. Don't get the spell. It's fine. I can level up Swain right away. Refill my spell mana. And actually I can kill the opponent's board here by stunning it and then striking with both my units. Actually, never mind. The opponent heals his unit. It's still fine though. I'm dealing a lot of damage to the opponent's face, which means all of my damaging effects will now deal extra damage. Okay, now this is good. That's one of the reasons why I picked the Grand General's counter plan, is because I figured that the cost wouldn't be increased unless I went ahead and added it directly to my deck. So now I have a way to deal 8 damage per turn directly, or once per turn. I could go for the Enraged Fire Spitter, but honestly that... then again, that might be good enough. I could also just draw first. Now, let's go for the Enraged Fire Spitter. Keep burning the opponent. Doesn't matter if he goes ahead and heals his units back up to full or close to it. Oh, now that's a problem. Now I have to actually use my Death's Hand just to avoid letting that thing attack. Can I kill the opponent here? I think I can. Yeah, the opponent doesn't have an answer. Lucky me. Basically, if I can beat a 6.5 star adventure with Swain, why wouldn't I be able to beat a 6-star adventure with him? Honestly, I'm just doing this with Swain first because I feel like doing this with the Nautilus or Nazis is going to be a bit harder, so I want to save them for last. All of these picks are terrible. I want a good spell. None of those are good spells. Still no good spells. Am I really going to have to use all of my rerolls here? Crap. I'm picking up the affectionate core with Spirit Stone, but I'm not happy about it. Senna, Riven, or Lucian, Callisto, or Riven. Black Spear is a good card actually. I'm going to pick up the Callisto just because the Black Spear is actually decent. And I suppose I can go for the shop. The Foes units and Nexus have tough though. That's not a good matchup for my deck, so I'm forced to go down. Don't want to risk losing the run on the second fight just because of my greed. Let's toss those two back. I'll toss the Black Spear as well. I'll keep the Swain. Onto the Relic. At the very least I have board presence by doing this. Sure, let's start off with that. That's a very large unit right there. Let's play the Callista, just so I can level her up. This deals a whole bunch of damage to the opponent's Nexus as well. Which means I level up the Swain. Next turn, I should be able to go Spell Slinger to stun that. And then I'll gladly trade in the Callista just to secure my health as much as possible. Then I'll stun that there. I'll drop down the Swain. I won't have much issues.
Victory awaits. By my hand with Noxus Rise.
I do waste my mana a little bit,
You like spiders?
but it's fine. I'm taking a lot of damage from the wildfires though.
Bleed for Noxus.
It's okay, it's okay.
I will break them.
In the long run, things are going to be fine.
We shall not rest until all betrayers.
Do you mind, opponent? Things are getting really out of hand with the wildfires.
Their time has come.
What do I do? I can go for an attack. Does that...
Strength.
Okay, that basically kills the opponent.
Such little life.
I know that because this thing is now dealing 26 damage straight to the opponent's face. And he can't even answer because it is a burst speed effect.
We have no mercy.
I did take a lot of damage though. Hopefully I'll be able to heal it back up. I do have 6 regeneration and I do heal a lot in between encounters. Decisive Tactician, Little Dipper, Mammoth Frazier. Deal 2 to all enemies and the enemy nexus. You know what? That might be good. Just because it's an effect that does get increased by our power. So I can drop down a 6 mana board clear sometimes. Hopefully. Okay, this is a good hand. I can just go for a whole bunch of spellcasts here. I can go Haunted Relic first. But I'm also tempted to just go Death's Hand on the first turn.
What do you want from me?
Okay, now that's more like it. I wanted the opponent to commit a little bit more into Death's Hand. By doing this, I make sure that Swain comes down leveled up and that I get a the full benefit from Swain's power by playing Swain and restoring my spell mana. Well, I can go for the Haunted Relic, but honestly, I think that's a waste. I'd rather have it to level up Skullis the next turn.
I will
So I'm just going to do this.
bleed for Noxus.
Oh, Mammoth Treasure. I wonder how much damage this would actually deal. It's not going to come up here though, because I'm going to close out the game very quickly.
Such little lives.
Sure, I'll shuffle a Swain back into the deck.
After the battle, the Ravens
Opponent does nothing, which means now I'm going to be able to strike for game.
bleed for Noxus.
Just like so.
I will break them.
Just like expected, Swain is completely blazing through this adventure. I figure I will go ahead and do another clear of the what's it called, the Elder Dragon adventure with another champion, and then I'll start maybe posting polls on what I should be doing. No, actually I'll post a poll on whether or not I should grow Nautilus up to 6 stars, because there's no way a 5-star Nautilus can beat this adventure. I'm already seeing how hard it could be, simply based on the fact that I'm struggling beating the Volibear adventure with Nautilus. Honestly, this doesn't seem like the best shop in the world. Rumbling Sands is tempting, but it's not a damage spell. So I am just going to get the counterfeit production just so I can have an extra power and then move along. I definitely want to cut the Mammoth Rager. Actually no, the Affectionate Poro is a better cut. At the very least the Mammoth Rager has some sort of synergy with my deck. However poor it may be. Let's toss the spider back. There's the Mammoth Rager. Was just talking about it. I don't want this thing on board, so I'm going to go for the Death's End. Swain levels up. And I'm summoned if you behold a dragon rally. Isn't this a bit too early to be pulling that trigger? What do I know?
Victory awaits.
I am going to let him hit into me. Why is this only dealing 2 damage? Elemental skill. Grant plus Oceanic Dragon Soul. Grant +0/+3 and heal allies and your nexus +6. Okay, so they're upgraded dragon boons. Yeah, it's not just any dragon boon, it's an upgraded version of an existing one. That's interesting. In that case, what do I do? I'm going to pass. I think I want to hold the stun effect for a bit, just so I can go for the Ravenous Flock on
doesn't hurt, but the venom sure does.
some of the opponent's units. The fact that they healed so much is a big problem.
Monsters with heart are still monsters.
Let's deal 5. And I'm going to go ahead and do that there. Or I can just... yeah, I'll play the Black Spear instead. The Black Spear deals more damage. Fading Memories, Malefic Spear. Yeah, sure, I'll pick the Fading Memories. It gives us access to another follow... to a copy of a follower. And we pass the turn. Can actually go for a full clear here. Let's just go for the Ravenous Flock first, and then we'll drop the Enraged Fire Spitter afterwards. If this is not enough. I feel like this is going to be enough though. Or I can just do this. Ensure that the opponent...
And a lot of pain.
the opponent's unit stunned. There's no way he has a answer to this, right? I can just do this and heal up. Yep, I figured as much. Okay, he's striking my unit. Well, that's still not relevant because you're taking a whole bunch of damage, opponent. Now my Enraged Fire Spitter is at 12. And these things should work, right? I mean, I have to test it out eventually. So I'll let the opponent commit a bit more into the board. And now I'll test it out, see if it does work the way I think it does. Deal 12 to all units. Yep. So it did work. Nice. So maybe there's a reason to keep this thing around. Even if it's just to have a one-sided board wipe sometimes. I wonder what I should use to beat this adventure next. Nico might be hard, but I kind of want to try it anyway. Swain with Shadow Totem or Ancient Coin. I'll pick the Ancient Coin. Maybe the cost reduction will be good for us. That way we can play more things alongside Swain. Quick Draw, Deep Cuts, Wild Inspiration. Well, Deep Cuts works very well, considering the fact that it works against the opponent, or the deadly effect it works against the opponent. Tsunami. In the regular version of this adventure, the one that's 3 stars, I don't think I've beat the Ocean Drake a single time, because the opponent just clears my board consistently every time and then burns me to death. But I am playing Swain, so I am feeling very lucky. So let's go see if I can ruin this run by being overconfident. Let's toss that. Those two. I'm going to keep the Pirouette and the Enraged Fire Spitter. Hopefully I draw Swain here. There it is. That's a Swain. That's the Deluge. I could shuffle more cards that draw cards into my deck. That would be great. Let's pass it what the opponent does. River Shaper. Let's deal 2 there, stun there. Captain Colrix. I'm picking it just because it's funny. Swain isn't properly leveled up yet. I'm going to drop it down though.
What others cannot.
Okay. Interesting. Let's play the Enraged Fire Spitter. It should
Victory awaits.
work for my favor by doing this. Okay, let's do this. Clear the opponent's entire board.
Strike, we will reborn.
He does get to draw a spell, unfortunately.
What form will the waters take?
Break
But the curse is growing in his hand, so that should be
Noxus.
a little bit of help as well. That's a very big house spider.
Hello, new best friend.
Let's drop down the house spider. He's going for a nab, dealing 31 damage to my face. It's just dealing 20. Deal 20 randomly to an enemy. That seems fair. Ouch. He can then go for flow, kill himself too. Do I want to try and strike the opponent with the Captain Calrix? I'm going to do it just because I think I have no other choice. Okay, that does nothing. And that does something. I'm going to do this in response. It heals 12. Burns the opponent a little bit more.
For Noxus.
Hopefully this is enough to kill him. 16 damage. I can't afford to let a tentacle spawn. Or maybe I can. This is a Swain. It's going to be a massive tentacle. But I'll be able to drop down a Swain for reduced cost. And then I can do this. Yep. I made a good decision letting Swain die. Oh, I did it. But things were getting out of hand there. The fact that the opponent hit a 1 in 4 and dealt 20 damage to my Nexus. The spawning of a massive tentacle. Definitely were all things that didn't bode well for me. Let's pick up the Iron Legionnaire, sure. It's not a spell, but it will have to do. Crush the weak one, I guess. For spell or skill, each round deals 1 extra damage for each 5 health the enemy Nexus is missing. I wonder if it stacks. If it stacks with the Crush the Weak 2, it should deal 1 extra damage, 2 extra damage for every 5 health the enemy Nexus is missing. Let's test it out. Power Overwhelming, grant allies everywhere, +1/+1. Definitely picking that up. Yumi's Book, that means we're going to get this a bunch of powers to choose from that are from the Yumi champion power list, or whatever it's called. Do I want to save money for that? I will. I'll save money for that. Not like the powers we had to choose from, or the cards we had to choose from in that shop were any good. Pirouette, Arachnoid Sentry, let's toss those two back. I'm going to keep the Enraged Fire Spitter. The Iron Legionnaire, it can be played, it can be paired up with the House Spider quite nicely. Let's see what the opponent does.
Free and low.
Win a swift foot. This was supposed to be a +0/+0 and last breath revive me. This was supposed to be a 1/1. Game starts at the base stats of every unit in the foe's deck, hand and deck to 1/1, and they cost 1. I suppose it's because the Titanic Maul and the Deadly work in that manner. I wonder if the opponent is going to overcommit if I let him. Let's try it out. Crap.
You're about to hear the last best sound of your life.
It appears the opponent's just playing cards. Do I want to let him play more? Sure. Atakan. That's scary. Let's do that. Deal 2 to there. Stun there. All of these are terrible. Let's play the Swain.
Born a patrician, I became a soldier.
Yeah, that's fine. I intend to use the Spell Slinger.
A little
Deal
pressure
2.
and a lot of pain. Get him.
Why is it only dealing 2?
Victory awaits.
Did I screw myself by picking Crush the Weak one? Is this just simply was that simply a way to make my power worse? Because now it only works on the first unit or on the first spell or skill that I play instead of all of them. It might have been. Okay, maybe it's because the opponent is at full health now. That also might be it.
After the battle,
Deal 2 to an enemy. Deal 3 to an ally and 3 to an enemy. Well, this will stun something at least. If it stunned the Atakan, it would be great, but it didn't. I really needed it to stun the Atakan, because now Atakan kills me. Hey, yep. I have to block with Swain, I think.
discipline.
And even then, it's not enough. I screwed myself. Because of my overconfidence, I went ahead and bought Crush the Weak. And it doesn't synergize the way I thought it did. I mean, to be fair, one would expect the Crush the Weak one to work alongside the Crush the Weak 2. But I guess they just superimpose each other. Or the Crush the Weak one just overrides the Crush the Weak 2. Like, this is dealing 6. Okay, so now it's working the way I thought it did. Why didn't it work like that the last time? And this is dealing 4, like it should. Let's drop down the Callista to draw 1. Okay. Is capturing my unit. Sure. Let's play the Swain.
Master your evil.
I'm wasting my mana a little bit. But my objective is to hopefully go for a Vile Fist and clear a significant portion of the opponent's board, or at the very least deal a significant amount of damage on the opponent's board, like that. Yeah, that appears to be good enough.
Empire above all! Lead or Noxus.
Allies, answer my call.
I am here, High Marshal.
Out of all of the things I expected the opponent to play, that was definitely not among them. 33 damage right to my face. It hurts. But I have to let it be. This deals 10 to everything.
Hope is on the wind.
Why is he recalling that thing? Let's do that there. Clear basically all of the opponent's board except the Bowdeer of Blackened Ice and the Captain. Unfortunately, the Bowdeer didn't get stunned, but in theory it should be alright. Let's counterfeit copies that. Stun there.
Just like I taught you.
Hopefully the opponent doesn't have anything else that screws me. Infinite Mind Splitter. I'm going to deal 10 to everything, I don't care. I'm playing it safe. Allied attack and support effects activate an additional time, sure. I don't know if I have an attack or support effects, but I'll take it. And I'll pass. Well, I survived the onslaught from the opponent, and for some reason my power is working properly now, so that's nice as well. Go to Death's Hand. Kind of want to. Let's split the Administress. Let the opponent commit something onto the board. There. That's something. Now I can deal 20 to the opponent's board. Then we stack with everything. We hit the opponent with the curse. It's at 4, so it's going to deal 8. Actually, I can just kill him with the pirouette. Never mind, no need to be fancy. Well, I lost my revive and I took a significant amount of damage on that encounter. So hopefully the reward is going to be worth it. Whirling Death. Shadow Totem. Yeah, sure, I'll pick up the Shadow Totem. It's probably fine. And one extra blocker.
You and me, we got this.
When starting mana, game starts summon 2 random on cost Poros. Roll all allies to the strongest allies stats this round. And then allies have fated when... I suppose I can't afford the power friendship, never mind. So we're picking the extra mana at the game start. Let's heal ourselves as much as possible. And time to face off against the Elder Dragon. At the very least, this summons 2 units on board right away. So this is nice. Why is the opponent at such low health total? That's suspicious. Do I want to keep the Mammoth Treasure? Nah. I will keep the Spell Slinger and the Valfist. Ah, there we go. I was wondering why the opponent was at a low life total. Oh no, we don't draw Swain. Crap, we don't draw Swain. I need Swain. Like, right now. Deal 9. No, not good enough. Let's split the Haunted Relic. waste a bit of them I wasted one of the units that I would get, but it's fine. Entire purpose is to just level up Ballista, deal a bit of damage to the opponent's units. I'll just so I can go for the Black Spear and deal 14 to all of the opponent's units. I'll literate all units that were summoned but not played this round. It's situational, but it's probably better than the other choices. Next turn I can Vile Feast for the sake of clearing the board if necessary. I'll let this. Sure. I'll Vile Feast just to clear the board. It also brings me back up to full health, which is nice. I'm not going to counterfeit copies anything just yet. Let's pass the turn yet again. We just dealt a whole bunch of damage to the opponent's Nexus. When did that happen? Was it the Vile Feast? It was the Vile Feast, wasn't it? Somehow that might cause us to win the game. Actually, I can just win with the pirouette. 142 damage to the opponent's Nexus. I wonder if that's enough to kill him. Now that the powers are working the way I envisioned, all of a sudden it's an incredible synergy. Ooh. That was quite the run. I was worried that we were generally going to lose there because I had screwed myself and the powers weren't working the way I thought they did. But my worries were for naught because the game fixed itself. Lucky me. But yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Till then.